What's good, ladies and gentlemen? JDaisy here with the JDaisy Gaming Channel, here on a special episode, the 100th episode. This is the 100th recording I've done, according to YouTube, so that's a big deal for me. So I thought I would just take this moment and take an opportunity to just talk about, what the plans for the channel are, the plans for the future, and just a few housekeeping things just to make the 100th episode that much better. So just to start off with, we'll just start off, this is a video that I've actually written stuff down and planned out and plan on editing and doing fancy things like that, as opposed to my standard style. So I apologize if it's a little different. But just a quick beginning, kind of the idea of the channel, I guess, when I started this was just to kind of share my personal experiences and personal opinions on different video games and different genres and stuff like that. Just trying to get into the industry. I've spent the last couple of years watching a lot of different YouTubers and always following the industry, so it was very fun, and I'm very glad I'm doing this to get into the industry personally, and I'm glad I'm doing that. Like I said, it's mainly just to kind of show my own experiences and give others a place to share their own experiences through the comments and stuff like that. And my email is always open. I'm always happy to hear if other people are having different things. I love video games for the fact that each person has their own experiences and ways to take away things. I think that's a really good thing in this day and age to have. Another good thing is, to help you guys figure out what you kind of think would be a good video game for yourself. That in this day and age, I know 1,000 people on YouTube put out the same videos of, first look at games and stuff, and I know, I don't have anything right now that's kind of making me a little different, but, hopefully that changes. The more popularity the channel grows, the more I'll be able to give into it, I'm going to be buying a mic here a better mic here as soon as money becomes a little more available. But I do work a second job other than this, so that's obviously a hassle. But if the channel starts to take off more, I can devote more time and money into it, for editing and stuff like that. But as I was saying is, this my first looks allows, because I don't really edit anything as of right now. It just, what you see is what the game is right away, other than my own personal opinion on it, or different comments I'll make. I don't try and sugarcoat anything, or none of my videos are sponsored or anything like that. So I think we're at like 16 games or something like that I've done for my first look series. So there's games out there that I think are definitely worth it, and I want to try and diverge more into indie games, because I think that's where the future of gaming is really heading. AAA games seem to be kind of losing a little bit of their power, so I'm going to try and focus on that. But like I said, it's all relative to how much time I can devote and how much the channel grows. So it's just all dependent on that. What else do I have written down here? Oh, I was going to talk about favorite games, just kind of give a background of, what I look for in a game. My all-time favorite game always has been, probably still will always be, is Red Dead Redemption. That's kind of was the game that I bought my first Xbox 360 just to play that game. I bought it day one. I sold the Nintendo DS with all the games I had to buy an Xbox One and a copy of Red Dead Redemption. I made my mom drive an hour and a half to the big city so we could make that deal, and I have yet to look back. And that is one of my favorite games. Follow-ups in no particular order. Dead Space 3 I really loved, because it answered a lot of questions I had through reading the books and playing the other games. Skyrim, obviously, the Elder Scrolls, love that. I put a lot of hours behind that, and that was the reason I got into PC gaming, was because Skyrim, I wanted to mod it. That was the whole reason I got into PC gaming, and I have yet to look back. Space Engineers, I really love Space Engineers. I've been with it since the beginning, and I love that it has its own modding community, and it's a very strong modding community. And then the communication between the developers and the community of just the people playing it is really strong, and I really love it. It's really really something I think a lot of games can learn from. To have that dialogue back and forth of every week they release patch notes and everything. I think that's really something that a lot of people could strive for. So those are kind of my favorite games and what I look for in a game. Number one, kind of customization is really big to me. What can I do in this game to make it my story, to make it my character, to make me be able to connect with what's going on? I think especially now, you know, AAA games having so much power and so much money being thrown around behind these, that shouldn't even have to go with it. That should go without saying that your game, you have to be able to customize and make things your own. You know, taking that out or having your character be a mute or something like that just really takes away, you know, for example, like Bethesda games where you can completely customize your character, what they look like. Not really what they sound like, they only have a few bits of those, but like what they look like, what the weapons they use. I mean, I think that's just something that's a really big thing to me personally. I think a lot of people really love. Personally, I'm a big fan of open world games. I like the sandbox models a little more than just like a generic map. But generic maps are still good. It's a very, very little thing to have it sandbox and change every time. But I definitely love a open world game more than I do a linear story or FPS or something like that. I'm not a big fan of FPS. I play them a general amount, but I don't, it's not really I've never really gotten too hyped over an FPS, excluding Rainbow Siege 6, but that's its own breed. You can check out my videos of that for reasons why. And then, like I kind of mentioned a little bit ago, mod capabilities. I think that the modding community across all games as just a whole is just something that's really strong and, you know, gives the player that much more ability to customize the game to what they want. I couldn't imagine playing Space Engineer with, you know, not modding support, or Skyrim without going in with modding support. I'm a big supporter of mods. I try to throw as much money at them as I can spare, and, you know, if I ever do a video with it, I try and put in the description all the mods I'm using, which for Skyrim's a little different because I'm running like 106. So that's a little difference there, but, you know, I kind of, as this channel, like I keep saying, takes off more, we can devote more time to looking at different things like that, with Fallout mods becoming more and more prevalent and stuff like that. So I think mod support is a really big thing in games that needs to be taken into account, and it needs to be more supportive. I think it really needs to be something that is implemented in all PC games, because, you know, I from the scuttlebutt I hear is they're trying to implement mod support to the consoles for Fallout 4. I don't know how well that's going to go. I'll be interested to follow that. I don't console game at all anymore, but I definitely try to keep up to date as much as I can with what's going on there, just because, you know, technically I am in the industry now, and I love being able to say that I'm in the video game industry. And that's one thing this channel definitely was made for, was so that I could be in the industry that I love and be in the heart of it. Kind of some things I want to see come out of this channel. You know, obviously I want to see it grow. I want to see it, you know, just, you know, have my influence be that much more, but not in a bad way. You know, I don't want this to become something where I'm in it for the money, or if it does become a full-time job or even a part-time job that I can actually make a little money to, I don't want that to be this thing. Any money I get to this is just going to be dumped back into the channel. You know, whether that be buying different games, of whether they be AAA or indie games, you know, putting a little more into my computer and my recording software so that the quality is better for you folks. You know, just I don't want this to be turn into just games become something I don't like because I have to play them every day. You know, I want it to always be something that I love doing, and I'm just trying to share that experience with you guys. I don't want this to be something that I'm like, oh, I gotta record today or else I'm gonna. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. If at any moment I feel like that's what's becoming, I'm gonna have to take a step back and reevaluate things. But as of right now, I don't have to worry about that. We're a very small channel, but I like to think we have a lot of potential, so that's always good. Kind of bigger goals, just personally, I'd like to someday be able to get to E3. It's not going to happen this year, obviously, but someday I'd like to get an invitation to E3. I always watched for about 4 years now. I've always watched on the internet, the coverage of it, and watched all the games getting released, and it's always been something I've really wanted to get to. So, you know, if invitation were to fall through now that I'm in the industry and we can grow, you know, that'd be the cat's pajamas. Oh, that'd be great. And then now that I'm in the industry, being able to have that connection and cooperation and collaboration with others that are in the industry, you know, whether it be other YouTubers or developers or studios or publishers, you know, whatever I can do to, you know, strengthen my videos for you guys so that you can see accurate gameplay or accurate first looks at games, or, you know, whether this is a game that you feel like purchasing, because for a lot of people, games are a good chunk of money. $60 is still $60. You know, right now I'm running into the thing of, you know, I want this channel to grow, so I got to get the best and newest games. Well, $60 is still $60, and you know, just trying to juggle all that. And, you know, I think a lot of people are in that boat, that they need to, before you buy anything that's $60, you need to know what you're buying before you get it. And I'm trying to do my best to try and inform you folks and let you know what, you know, this is what I think it is. And, you know, I've not made it a secret that if I feel that there's another good person, YouTuber that I've watched that has a different opinion, I'll always be the one to be like, go check out this guy. He's got a different opinion, and that's perfectly fine. You know, maybe you like what he's saying better than mine. That's fine. Like us both, follow us both. You know, your YouTube channel subscription button doesn't have a limit on it, and I'm not in it for the money. So, you know, if people go over there, whatever. So, you know, just trying to make those connections and making it as strong as I can for you guys, because that's really what I'm trying to get into this. It's like a 50-50 split, a 50 for me, 50 for you, probably 60-40, 60 on your guys' favor if I had to put numbers to it, which I do so often. You know, and, you know, if we're just getting philosophical, I want this to kind of become, you know, I'd like to make a difference in the YouTubing community and the gaming community especially, you know, have, not be like a household name by any means, because that would be crazy, but, you know, definitely have a little weight behind what I say, you know, have, you know, be able to make a difference in what you guys, you know, hear what you guys have to say about, you know, what I'm doing and what I'm showing you. That would just be kind of a grander philosophical thing that I would like to make a difference here in the industry. But, you know, you got to start small, and we all have to start somewhere. You know, and that's where we are. We're at a small point right now, and I hope nothing but the best for the channel, but I'm not going to get my hopes so high that, you know, when it takes a while to, you know, this industry is a hard one. From everything I've watched a lot of YouTubers, I've listened to a lot of people talk about it, I've read all the articles, you know, I knew what I was getting into when I started the channel about how hard it's going to be and how much time has to be put into it. And you know, I'm going to try and put out as many videos as I can, you know, and hopefully just one day I, you know, log on to check everything out and we will have exploded, and the channel will just be what I was hoping it would be all along. But, you know, until then, just gonna kind of be my pet project. That's why I really don't edit a lot of my videos. That's really why, you know, I don't do that much. The sound quality is a little wonky, and I do apologize for that. It's just a matter of I have to juggle work and this and sleep because I work a night shift. So, you know, it's just a matter of trying to juggle all these things, and with this kind of being a pet project, I can only devote so much time to it. So I just wanted to take a second to personally apologize, you know, for the sound quality. I know it's not the best. I know I need to get a different mic, but, you know, mics are expensive, and my alarm has to go off because I'm supposed to be going to work in an hour, but I have the day off. Woo! So, you know, that's just I sincerely apologize that it's not as good as it is, and you know, I'm definitely aware of it. I'm definitely working on it. I'm working a lot of overtime to try and get, you know, money together to get a good mic so that this quality could be as good as it can, you know, because I can only, you know, we're all having to fight our own battles, and I think that's something that needs to, you guys need to be aware that I'm aware that it sucks. But like I always say at the end of every one of my videos, please, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them at the bottom. I would love for some feedback. Just getting a little bit here and there, but, you know, the channel's obviously very small, and that's nothing against you guys. For everyone that's watching this, thank you so much. I cannot put in words how much it means But yeah, if you have anything at all that you think will help me or make the channel better or anything like that, please feel free to let me know. I make it no secret what my email address is or my Twitter, or that the comments are open. I read through the few that I've gotten, and I try and as of right now there's very few, so I can reply to every single one. Pretty much the only one that I can think of right now is what computer I'm using. So just a quick, I'm running a 970 graphics card through a i5 processor with 16 gigs of RAM and 5 terabytes of hard drive space capabilities, all through an Asus, forgetting the model number, motherboard. That's the computer. Granted, I'll probably try and get up to 64. I'm at 32 gigs of RAM right now. Duh, I'm stupid. But, trying to get up to 32. That'll be after I buy a mic. But those are all just side notes. But yeah, if any comments or questions or concerns you can leave, I will greatly appreciate it. I love the feedback. I want to hear from you guys. And I know you guys probably hear this a lot if you're watching this on YouTube. You're aware that everyone has to say this at the end of their videos. But it means a lot. Like and subscribe. It really helps myself and others out to know that our videos are being watched, they're being liked, they're being appreciated, and that people want to see more. It just kind of stokes that fire, allows for us to know, hey, we're making a difference, we're doing what's, what people want to watch, and it gives us kind of that motivation to make the next one, put in that time and effort. And the more subscribers I get, the more this channel takes off, the more that I can turn this into from a pet project to a part-time thing that I can devote more time and money to. So as the video kind of wraps up, I just want to say sincerely thank you for everyone who's watching this. You're probably watching this at the beginning of the channel, so thank you for visiting the channel. Watch whatever videos interest you. Leave them in the comments of, what, if you like it, don't like it. Let me know. Keep the dialogue open. And as always, to every single one of you, no matter what you are, who you are, I don't give a shit. Be you. Have a great one.